In this video, we're going to look at a few ways to print out strings and some formatting methods that are available with strings. So let's launch IRB and let's create a basic string, and we'll make it a real. Let's change a little bit here. Hello Ruby. So there we have a typical string that we're gonna play around with. Now, to actually output the string, so it's like printing, you can use the puts, which is put string method, and it actually will put it out. We run a program that would actually output to whatever console that we're running it from. Now, you can also do print, which is similar, but it doesn't have the inclusive line feed at the end. You'll notice that the nil is just popped right on the end here. So that's generally the ways that you're going to output strings. Now we have a couple of options in playing around with the string, and in other videos we saw the capitalized method, but there's also a downcase method, which you see the effect of that. It actually lower cases everything. And now let's play around with this a little bit. So there we downcased it, then we went back to capitalize it back on the H on there. So you can play around with different aspects of the string itself, where you're making it, downcase, uppercase, those kind of things. We can strip off part of it if we want. I guess I thought that took an argument there. Lstrip just removes the leading. Let's put this here. I'm gonna re-enter a string that has the proper. There we go. Now I'll do an str. There. The Lstrip strips off the white space right here at the beginning, and then there's an rstrip at the end. So if we do a hello with some space at the end, you can see that's the whole string. So now if I do an rstrip, it strips the white space at the end of it. So that's a little bit of formatting stuff that you can do with it. Now you might see where you have a method such as this and it's got an exclamation mark. With regards to strings, what that actually does is it actually replaces that string with whatever method you've called. So in our case, our string starts out and it looks like this currently. So I'm going to run this method and it should strip it out. Now if I show string, you see that it's been replaced. The thing to keep in mind there, it's been replaced. So it does take a little bit overhead because it's going to switch it out, the old string, and then give you that new string. So let's go redeclare this. I want to show you again the neat Ruby stuff. And let's do this. Now we have that, and that stripped it right out. So it's neat how you can tie these things together like that, these methods in Ruby, to get some interesting effects like that. Now a few more things. If we want to find out how long a string is, we can call length. You can see it's 5 characters long, little different properties like that. If we want to, say, insert something into that, we can call it and say, and give it its location. And remember that arrays start at 4, so that's what we actually, I guess in this case it was correct. Well, we can see you actually replaced it in there. Let's see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that was correct. I was in the wrong place. So when you're doing this index to insert something, remember it's going to start at 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did do 4, kicked the whole thing over. I should have probably started at 5. And I can go back up here. Let's run this back up real quick here. That's the neat thing about IRB. You can do this and play around with it. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. And you can see how it inserts at 5 there. So there's other things, and we'll learn how to manipulate more strings in other videos, such as splitting up or slicing a string, getting different components of it, substrings of it. We can actually swap cases, those types of things, and we'll look at those in other videos.